Let's change the pace a little and cross to the States. Sky News contributor Kristin Tate joins me from Boston. Kristin, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Look, Donald Trump has made history again, becoming the first president to be tried on criminal charges.
That's right. That's what everybody's talking about here in the United States today. The first criminal trial of a president. Trump is expected to be in the courtroom for a lot of this trial. And, he's doing all of this while he's running for president. Keep in mind, Danica, this trial could last into June. So Trump sent out a message on Truth Social accusing the Manhattan DA of election interference. And there's a lot of weight to that argument because we are getting closer and closer to this election. And this is a tactic by the left to keep him off the campaign trail. Of course, this president, Donald Trump, rather, our former president, holds these massive rallies. That's a big way he rallies his base. He's fantastic in person with speaking with voters and has that electric energy about him. So by pulling him physically off the campaign trail, that could really harm him leading into November.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you said that this trial could go into June. That's only just months away from the election. We know that Trump has a huge base, but what happens if he is indeed convicted? Will it hurt his presidential ambitions?
It will probably hurt him with independent voters. Polls show that if he's convicted, independent voters will be scared to kind of vote for Trump and pull the lever. But I think it could actually end up rallying his base even more and really getting out that right-wing vote more so. So it's hard to say what would actually happen if he were convicted. I think, though, aside from an actual conviction, the left has several other goals. Even if they don't get a conviction, they are, again, pulling him off the campaign trail. They are attempting to control the news cycle leading into the election by making this election a referendum on Trump being, a threat to democracy, as they love to say, and distracting voters away from Joe Biden's absolutely abysmal track record. And, they're trying to scare away those suburban voters. Even if they don't get the conviction, just having those headlines in the news could shake up some voters who are kind of on the edge, don't love Biden, but don't necessarily like Trump's bombastic personality and buy into some of the media headlines about him being a threat to democracy and all of that.
Let's talk about some of the polling, because it seems like nothing could actually hurt Trump's popularity. He's going from strength to strength.
Yes, that's right. He is beating Biden by in nearly every poll at this point. It's quite stunning. Trump is just an incredible political animal. You give him any media attention, even if it's negative media attention, and he just goes higher and higher in the polls. I don't know how he does it. One thing that the left has done, I think, is overplayed their card with Trump. They have been screeching for years now that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy and he's racist and he's a thisist and a thatist. And after a while, Danica, I think it just falls on deaf ears. Everybody rolls their eyes and yawns. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Their urgency they've lost all urgency in their cries of Donald Trump is so bad, big orange mean man. I mean, everyone's heard it all at this point, and I think people realize that these trials are just shams. This is a political hit job. Even not politically plugged in folks realize that. I walk around my neighborhood here and I talk to my neighbors who aren't really politically plugged in, and even they know it. Even the Democrat voters know it. So the whole thing's a sham, and that's hurting the Democrats and ironically helping Trump even as these trials move forward.